Good morning, ladies and gents. 3rd of December here today. Obviously, we're not far away from Christmas, but hope everyone's in the Christmas spirit. This will certainly help today. We've got a good coating of snow, about 3 inches deep here. I feel sorry for the poor people in Cumbria. They've got about 12 inches. Not the best, but having said that, it looks absolutely beautiful. Countryside's gorgeous today. Birds are all out looking for food. Don't forget to fill your bird feeders up and give them fresh water. They need to be looked after as well as everything else. The dogs have been out and had a bit run about. I'm just doing a quick video. I know it's quite a while since I've done one. It's about a month. If you remember, in that space of time, on the last video, I did state that I'd lost a lot of Blanchleek heads. I think it was mildew that got in because I had surrounding turnips and cabbages and things, and they come down with a bit of mildew as well. So I think the mildew got into the leek heads. Very fortunately, when I put it on YouTube, some good friends, I hope I don't forget anybody here, there's quite a few actually come forward. Peter Holden come up with some beautiful heads for me, Ballsworth. Billy Rumney helped me out with some heads, or some plants he had set away. David Metcalf helped me with some plants. I'm trying to think who else. I apologise to anybody I forgot. Harry Oughton did come up with some heads, and also Jimmy Dunnett. He helped me out with some plants as well. All beautiful plants, looking very good. So fortunately, I will have plants to supply the demand this year because a lot of people do rely on me for certainly that Blanchleek stock. I've got plenty of pot leeks, mainly the new ones. I'm not growing much in the way of the old varieties. I have put a little bit back to stock, but very little. Whether I actually grow off those varieties in the future, I don't know. I am switching to new, as you'll hear in the future videos. We'll take a little look around. It's a while since I've done a one, and I know quite a few people look forward to the videos, certainly on a dreary day like we've got today. I mean, it's beautiful and it's lovely, but very slippy. I've already almost been on the floor once. We'll just get down at the tunnels and have a look. Right, turn the camera around. Obviously, we're covered in snow up on top of the tunnels. A good 2 to 3 inches on all the tunnels, and they seem fairly dark inside. So this was the plants that I actually grew in the trenches this year, which we lifted. I've still got some nice heads here actually. These are virus-free heads. They're looking good actually. I may still set them because I always enjoy a little bit late stock for the later shows, the gun in, and you know, there's a show in Darlington which is late. Stock's looking very clean and healthy. I'm well pleased with it all the way through. Take note, at this time of year I don't strip any of this off, but by about March time that'll all be stripped off and grown away. And also I more or less lay off the water right throughout the winter. The last time they were watered would be the beginning of November. They don't want to be sat in anything wet at this time of year. They're not growing, they're more or less in suspension. But as I say, they're all looking quite nice. I'm more than happy with them. We'll not tidy those up now until like early spring. Moving along. Trenches are all prepared. They're just waiting to be analysed. I'll possibly, well, really I could get onto that this month. More stock in here. This is where the Blanchleek heads were. And this is all stock all the way through. They're all looking good. All the Blanchleek's an odd head in there. I think that's a Mick Woods head. I'll not be setting that now. But that's the state of play here. I'll move up in the top greenhouse where it's like a summer's day because I do have lights on, and we'll have a look what's going on up there. Just a quick look over the valley. Plenty of snow everywhere. The allotments haven't woken up yet. There'll be 1 or 2 down who have livestock. But it is a beautiful morning. Hasn't been too bad. -2 or 3 this morning. Yesterday morning was -6. It actually dropped to -7 as I was driving down the bank. But beautiful to look at. We'll go and have a look in the greenhouse. Right, we're in the greenhouse in my back garden now. Heating in here, it's set to around about 12 degrees. It feels warm when you walk in from the cold outside, but the plants are quite happy sat here. Temperatures haven't dropped any less than 12 degrees. It's beautiful. It's all worked from a boiler in the next room, a natural gas boiler which feeds 8 radiators throughout the greenhouse. keeps it nice and warm. Quick look around. These are the remainder of Peter Kerry's blue. Really big leek. They've looked very good and they've sold very well. Peter will be over the moon. He's not growing this year, so that's his stock there. Next year he is switching on to King Charles. We look around. We've got the GSN 2. This is my new breeding from the GSN. Super quality. I walk around the greenhouse. A few virus free. Some Ballsworth, they've come from Jimmy Dunnett, very nice, thank you Jimmy. And some more Ballsworth, come from David Metcalf, thank you. Peter Horns are down in the bottom greenhouse, the heads he brought me. I've set a few onions up next door in the cold house. These ones are set up, I've just brought around in here. The onions are still looking good, they're just starting to show signs of coming away. It was just to get a few started. That one's just starting at the back there. I've got a one down the bottom. It was a really big one. I thought I was going to lose. So I've brought that in here. I'll show you as we get round to it. These are all virus free. Looking very nice. I'm happy with them. We move on to where these have had a little bit light. About a week on the lights. This light tends to make them look a bit yellow. They're beautiful and green and they're lovely and clean, to be honest with you. So, right. This is Maxi Bright 660 watt. It's the Maxi Pro. Excellent lights, and they're only run at the moment on 50%. Yeah, they're on 50% at the minute, and they're doing quite well. Plants under here for about a week or so, and as you can see, the flag's broadening up, they're thickening the stem, and there's some nice looking plants in there. These are some pips, which sadly Tom Powell's passed, but this was his stock that Jimmy Dunnett won Harrogate with. Jimmy's kindly furnished me with about 20 odd pips there, and I'm well pleased with them. They're coming away very nicely. A few King Charles. Now these were forced heads, and I didn't set them all. I've only set, I set 2 heads, and to be honest, when I first set them, they were very, very fine grass. We got 2 sunny days. They hadn't rooted at that point, and they actually burnt off. Fortunately, I put them into a shaded area. They have grown away again, and since I've put them on the lights, they're coming away nicely. I've just potted 6 off there. There'll be none of these to spare. I am putting them all down to stock, and this is the leek that Peter Kerry's tipping to be the best leek around. He thinks that everyone should grow this and nothing else. Next year, Peter's coming back. He's going to grow 60 of these and nothing else, and he wants to. His ambition is to show in every open show from the first weekend right through to the last. Some Princess C again. That's a Blanche leek that I had. They are forced heads as well. I haven't got a lot of stock of it, but again, a tiny bit. I did lose a lot of those off the forced heads. Again, the sun come out and dried them off. Fortunately, I've got a few which I can put away for stock for future years. These are a few I've potted up. Some onions here, some onion seed from Nick Brake. A new leek, I believe it's Kenny Black's new one, Black and Whole Cross. See what they come like. Some small Ballsworth. A few early onions that I don't set them too early now, but these I think were from, it would be. I went down to Medwin's weekend. They are the onion seed that I set on the weekend that we went down, which was the beginning of November. A few of my own pips, a bit bigger. I don't think they would be as good quality as what Jimmy's were, so I'll probably let those go. Moving around on this side, these are all virus free. These are virus free. Lovely colour. Sorry, they're not virus free. These are GSN 2. Looking nice. Compost I'm using at the moment is Clover Professional, the pot bedding. Just in the process of potting a few onions up. It's about a month old, that onion, since it was set. Here we have some more pips. These were off nice bulbs, so I'm going to keep these for stock. This is the Berwick leek. This is Peter Kerry's. These are the blue, which I just potted when I received them. That's the onion that we set early on. It was a big onion, and I thought I was going to lose it. So I stripped it right down, potted up, and it's growing away nicely there. So they're doing all right. GSN 2s. I have some very late set GSN 2 down here. These were a second flush off a head, and very fine. They've come away lovely, and I am keeping those. I'm not worried about the size at the moment. They'll go through to the later shows. And I've got some more along here. This is all GSN2. I've got these, which were set on the 19th of October. Small at the moment, but very nice. And again, some GSN2. They were set at the beginning of November, so they're looking good. Quite pleased with everything. As I say, it's ticking along nicely. I'm sowing onion seed every week now, because a lot of onion seed will be posted out early January. Not seed, young plants, seedlings. We've got more virus-free here. Moving along, this is more onions that's been set. And these are some that's popping through. I'm getting excellent germination. The seed was very large on them. They're coming very nicely. I've now got the heat cables switched on this particular bench. So there's 100 foot of heated cable under the sand in this particular bench, and the seed usually germinates around about 4 or 5 days. If you're not on a heated bench, it may take a little bit longer. When I'm setting seed, I set in seed and modular compost, which is a professional from Clover. First potting goes into Clover Professional, the red bags. And as I move up, a lot of lads are now moving up in the larger pots. They start switching over to the gold bags. Clover Professional, the potting, which is slightly stronger and has a higher nutrient level. I haven't got the grow cabinet on as yet, but Richie was in there yesterday cleaning that room out. It's all cleaned. The grow cabinet's cleaned out ready. And it only takes about a week for plants to be ready in that particular growth chamber, and at the minute I haven't got space. Leeks are going out now, mind. So I'm not ready to push stuff on yet, and the small plants that's down the bottom greenhouse will be eventually moved up into that growth cabinet and pushed on, ready for posting out. Well, that's just a short clip today, gents, ladies and gents. Yeah. Very good. We'll battle on with this nice chilly morning, and I'll be quite happy pottering on this greenhouse today. Happy growing, everyone, and if I don't see you before Christmas, happy Christmas. Thank you now. Bye-bye.